What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Off the Rails, a recovery podcast dedicated to ending the stigma of addiction through open discussion on all things recovery related. My name is Mark, and we got Dave here with me today. Dave,
Hello.
what's happening, man?
Not a whole lot. You?
This is it, buddy.
Nice.
Nice
Nice.
Glad to catch up with you today.
Yeah, likewise. Shooting a little early because I got to go taking off to Michigan tomorrow for a little golf weekend with a couple buddies, meeting them. They're from Windsor, so we're meeting like kind of halfway. So
How you feeling about a golf weekend?
Feeling pretty good. They're good buddies. And I mean, historically, when I went to go visit them, probably get pretty banged up. So there's three of them. One guy doesn't drink at all. So that's good. And then the other two guys are kind of like, I think, to be honest, they'd always follow my lead. Like if I wasn't the one like crushing beers all the time, they probably would take it a little more easy. So yeah, the one guy I mentioned to them that like, hey, feel free if you want to have a beer on the golf course or like at dinner or whatever, like go for it, whatever.
Yep.
And the one guy chimed in and just said, he's like, I'm good not boozing this weekend. So
that's awesome, man.
Yeah, so we'll see. So I'm feeling pretty good. It'd be a little different if it was like, I think, a bachelor party or I don't know, maybe like I'm going with meeting with some people I don't really know, like a couple buddies with like a whole crew of people, but pretty confident about this one.
Good stuff, buddy. I'm glad to hear.
So, yeah.
How was your week other than that?
Yeah, week's been good, man. I had a end of the year staff dinner party.
Yeah. Good time.
A couple nights ago. What's that?
Good time.
Yeah, it was good. They all so people kind of live all over the place. So they had a bus. The owners rented a bus for anyone that wanted to kind of take that, and they all the way from like out here. It was about 45 minutes into town, and anyone in between they kind of picked up. So if anyone wanted to have drinks or whatever, they don't have to worry about driving, which I thought that was pretty really cool. Like pretty smart of them, I guess.
Yeah.
So I drove myself so that, I had that exit plan as well. And but it was good. Again, it was something I was comfortable with because most of the people there, except for maybe some of the significant others or whatever, kind of know I don't drink. Maybe there's a couple people that don't know, but so I wasn't like I was gonna feel weird about it. So that was good. And then my table was like a couple 16-year-old girls that obviously don't drink, so that was good. And then one girl had to work early in the morning, and then a couple that had driven there, so they were driving as well. So yeah, it was a fun time. Yeah. That was kind of been about it.
Yeah, you finished up work for the season.
Yeah, work's all finished.
Yeah.
Now I'm just going to. I got a busy couple weeks here coming up. Couple trips. Looking forward to all of them, but looking really forward to going out west. That's for sure. Visit you.
I'm super pumped, and we got some cool things in the works for you guys.
Yeah, really looking forward to that. And then probably in the new year I'll start looking for. Get myself busy with some work again, but between that stuff and hockey, it's gonna be pretty busy November and December. So yeah, that's about it for my week. How about you?
My week has been great. My family, I got this bad boy today. I joined the smartwatch gang.
Nice.
I'm now a smartwatch guy. Looks like a traditional watch is what I like about it.
Yeah, it's pretty baller.
It's Fossil. It's pretty cool. They got it for me for my 1 year. So shout out to them.
Oh no.
Yeah. Shout out Rebecca and my parents and my sisters.
Yeah.
And so super pumped on that. Other than that, I started 2 more courses this week. Started Drugs in the Brain and Understanding Adolescence and Addiction. So I'm really looking forward to jumping into those. Been at the soup kitchen all week, Very busy morning this morning. Keep this in mind. So there's 75 seats in the soup kitchen.
Yeah.
We are only open for an hour, and we did 147 meals this morning. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that is well. So I was thinking about that after. I kind of sent you a quick text, but I think there maybe needed to be some clarification on what I meant. Like, were people just organized and got there this morning, or are you seeing more new people? And when that happens, like, I know you're obviously feel good about just getting meals to as many people as possible, but is there anything at any time do you think of like, oh fuck, there's more people that are in need now, or more people around it, or hotter times?
Yeah, I got a theory about it. I think where it's getting cold right now. So the soup kitchen is like in the building. It's the same building, but they're like separate entities as like the shelter. So basically it's getting cold out, so people need to get out. Like last night it was like -5 or something like that. So they need to get into the shelter. And then in the morning they get woke up at the shelter, let them know it's breakfast time or whatever, and they can go inside and head over to the shelter or to the soup kitchen. So my guess is that last night it was cold and everyone was like, we're staying in the shelter. And I guess like the homeless population of Lethbridge more went into the shelter rather than stayed in. Like there's like a huge tent city here. And so I'd say more people are migrating over to the shelter.
That makes sense. So I guess it's your first time kind of being there in the cold months, right? So,
yeah. So it was pretty crazy, man. Really hard to like keep track of people's stuff, because like we ask them to like put their bags away in these like shelves, and then people steal bags, and like it sucks, but like we try. But it's tough to like ask people to put their bags away if I'm not going to try to keep an eye on it for them, right? So I'm there just like being like trying to match a bag to like this random dude, and I'm like, fuck. So today was a bit chaotic for that, and a couple bags got stolen, which sucks.
Especially if there's turnover like that, right? Like people coming and going multiple times. Like,
yeah, and then like, so we'll be out in like hallway, kind of like screening people to come in, make sure they're not like too intoxicated or whatever. And then if something happens, like someone starts like freaking out in the dining area, I gotta like go in and be like, "Are you all right, man?" Like whatever. And so then that kind of leaves open the hallway.
Yeah.
So it's like if I can't be two places at once. So it's tough, and I'm trying to think of a solution for it. So if you got anything, man, just fucking fire them off me here.
Only solution is like you almost need one more body, really.
Yeah.
And like
someone in the dining room at all times.
Yeah, and you almost do it like the like when you used to go to the bar, you get like the, what do you call that? Coat check.
I was thinking about that. And like you put it in the cubby for them, or they put it in the cubby, you give them the ticket.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
But that's a full time, like you need someone just doing that, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I really struggle with that, man, because I'm like they ask them to put their bags away, and like some of these people, like all their belongings are in these bags, right?
Yeah.
And it's tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I can see that.
I was a bit tore up this morning about it, because this one guy that I like, his bag got stolen. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That's a good solution. I'm going to take that up the chain of command there.
Take up the chain, see if you can get another person in.
Yeah.
When I'm there, if that's in the works and going, I'd be glad to be coach check guy.
Yeah, I got all my lunch times off when you're here. I'm gonna go in the morning.
Okay.
You won't be up yet, I don't think.
No.
So I'll be getting back. We'll be heading to the gym.
I like it.
All right. That works for me. If that works for you, that's our morning routine.
I love it.
Sweet.
Actually, I had a thought on that. How my brain has kind of shifted its thought process on, for the longest time it was always, whenever I tried to like take a break from like drinking, if I was like, okay, I'm gonna go a couple weeks, I'm gonna take this month, I always looked at what was coming up, and it was like, oh, I can't, because I got a Leaf game like on a Saturday, so I gotta drink then.
Yeah,
there was an excuse for there was an excuse for everything.
Mhm.
Right. Like, so now I'm going, for a golf weekend and then going to Toronto and then going to Calgary. Like normally I'd be like,
Well, fuck, I can't
okay,
quit now. Yeah.
I can't quit now. I'm going to be having 3 weeks of just like getting after it. So now my thought process has been like, okay, when I'm away, I know I can't really, when I'm in Calgary, I think it'll be different, but when I'm going golfing and then when I'm in Toronto, I won't get the same probably workouts in. So I'm like, okay, I want to stay at least like, not put on any weight or whatever, stay kind of like in a similar shape. My goal is when I come back to not have, gained a bunch of shitty weight, so it's kind of like, it's kind of cool that's a lot more progressive of a, more healthy probably approach than it would have been like a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You might actually have a healthy vacation.
Yeah.
Which is unheard of, man, in the past.
Yeah.
Oh, what else? I feel like I had something else to tell you. Maybe not though, man.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Save it for on there.
Oh, I got lots to tell you.
Yeah.
This whiteboard full of ideas here behind me.
Oh,
yeah. So, guys, if you guys have anything that me and Dave should do in the Lethbridge, Calgary area, hit us up.
Yeah. Or even better, if you guys know of somebody or you are somebody in the area that would like to do a live interview for the podcast, we would be down for that.
That would be sweet.
Yeah.
Be into that. Dave, you gonna come to my NA meeting with me?
Yeah, I can. Now, how does that work? Now,
dude,
I can still go. I'm like, NA was never mine. Like,
no, so many alcoholics go.
Okay.
They just like they belong, and they say alcohol is a drug. Period.
Yeah. Okay.
Belong. Yeah. As long as you have the desire to stay clean.
Yeah, I'm down.
It's a good meeting, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes
it'd be also cool to just go. So well, for the meeting, but also just kind of knowing where you're at when you're talking about it and stuff. It's kind of always nice too.
Yeah. And you might be able to compare it to what your meeting was like or whatever. Cause every meeting I've been to has been like slightly different or like slightly different vibe. And if meetings aren't your thing or are your thing, you got to find one that works for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not all of them are going to work.
Yeah, I know they said that too, and like all the meetings I did go to in the Sioux were all like the same time with the same people or whatever. So, maybe I'll be like, yeah, this is a lot better than what I was doing. So,
yeah. And, I find that people make a difference too. You know what I'm saying? Like if they're not people you can relate to, then like, what the fuck you doing? You know?
Yeah.
We'll give it a shot.
I'm totally down. Do that.
We're going to an escape room.
Yes.
You ever do one?
No. We talked about. There's a possibility by the time I get there, I might have done one. We might do one in Michigan one night if we'll see. We got a lot of golf going on, so I don't know.
You should try it out, man. They're a lot of fun.
I think we have a plan if it rains or we can't really get. There's not a lot of courses open, so we did find some, but anyway, yeah, I know. But I also kind of want, that first time experience being in Lethbridge.
Well, that can happen.
Now, is this a thing that when you go there, can you do it just two of us, or is Rebecca gonna come, or can you get matched up with random people?
Oh, that would suck. I'm way too socially anxious for that, man. I think Rebecca's going to come with us that day.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think so. She'll confirm when she listens to this, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I could spitball ideas off you right now, or we could talk about Dr. Stacy Murphy's episode.
Yeah, let's talk about the doc.
She was awesome, man.
Yeah, she was super cool. She was fun.
Yeah. She's another one who opened up throughout the episode, which I really liked.
Yeah.
And fuck, man, I was really emotional during her episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found she pulled on my heartstrings a lot because, like, I don't know, all the stuff she would say, I'd be like, fuck, man, yeah, I remember doing that to my family. And I beat myself up a lot about like what I put my family through. And I don't know, just hearing it from her voice is just like,
Was it kind of like hearing it from like a family member? And you're just kind of like,
yeah,
it's like they're talking to you about it. Yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, when your family starts to, interferes with work, interferes with their social life. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
When I know that like checks off all their list, right? So I
Yeah.
found that difficult. But I think, and I know that my family struggled with, say, finding resources as well. And I love when people find a problem, but don't just like complain about a problem, right? And she actively went and like is making a solution. And
Yeah.
that's what, like, I love when people do that rather than, you know, she gets after it,
What I found cool about what they're doing too is it kind of reminds me of something that you always talk about is well, we all talk about it, but you kind of, the way you sort of say it with like recovery, and everyone has, you kind of have like a general, everyone kind of starts the general base, and you kind of like personalize it like a workout
Yeah.
to what works for you. And what they're doing is like that's that approach for family, right? Which isn't really, I don't know if it's out there or not, but everything seems to be kind of just blanketed, sort of the same thing, same approach, and they kind of customize depending on everyone's situation. So I think that's kind of neat.
I agree.
Yeah.
It got to be customized, man. Everyone's different. No family. I don't think any two families are the exact same.
Yeah. No.
Maybe, I don't know. There's a lot of families.
I mean, there's got to be two families out there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, that's crazy.
But
very sure families. But the blanket approach, I don't think works for many things.
Yeah.
It's okay base. Right?
Exactly. You get the base tools and then kind of branch off from there. It is also nice. I mean, she opens right up about her past and kind of her struggles, and with talking about her daughter, and it's very relatable. For it's not just someone preaching; it's like someone that's been through it.
Yeah.
And I think trying to get more discussions about addiction and mental health out there. I think the people that are trying to lead those conversations also need to be prepared to kind of open up, because I think that helps everyone else too, right? So
100%.
Cool. She's doing that.
I liked how she was talking about one thing where she was talking about the genetic component. So say like if you have people using, then you're more likely to use. And then when you add trauma on top of it, she talks about how you have another 30% increase of developing an addiction. I found that. I was like, ooh, it's a cool stat.
Yeah.
Right. So trauma plus genetics.
Not good.
No. Right.
Yeah.
She was awesome, man. Another thing, guys, she is doing I believe it's a Zoom meeting with the Brandon Novak on November 1st. We'll probably throw it in our story day this gets released. It will be that day.
Yeah, it'll be today, technically, when you're hearing this. Yeah.
So check out our story for all that information. That'll be a really cool thing to join in on, and a great resource to hear them chat and talk all things recovery. They do random Zoom meetings too for family, and information sessions. So navigating addiction is an incredible resource for you and your family if you're listening.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy she joined us.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was really good. It had been a while since we kind of did a professional shit, and one that was based on kind of more with the families. I think the last one was Sam, which was awesome too. So it's definitely nice getting that in there. I
think over the next couple months, I'm going to try to try to book some more professionals to come on. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to a couple guests and get into the brain, get into a little bit of everything professional wise regarding addiction, and bring as
We
much
should.
information to you guys as possible.
I know exactly what you should do.
So
Whatever assignment and stuff you got going on for school, just get them on and ask them the questions, and get whatever they say, just write it down.
that's an amazing idea. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
So okay, can you repeat that here? I just gotta
I'm gonna
check
tell
that
you
out.
the answer. That's hilarious. Or when I go to cite my work, I cite an off the rails episode. Be good.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Oh, buddy. I did a maybe I'll post a picture of it, see if anyone wants to buy it. I did an epoxy wood epoxy course.
Man, that looks sweet.
Learning how to do it. Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Yeah. Was it tough? Because I heard like when you first start with epoxy, it can be a bit of a learning curve, but obviously,
yeah,
of course, so that helped.
Yeah, the course was good. It's like, so these people are out of Collingwood. They travel around and do some courses. And it's all with my dad and my sister. And so you can either get a charcuterie board or like this big slab of like live edge, it's called, and it'll probably make a good like side table or small coffee table.
Okay.
So they give you the piece of wood, and it's basically already ready to go to be epoxied, which is like really the last step. If anyone's done it before, like I know you have to like plane the wood and like sand it all and get it all nice. So that's all done for you. And then they show you like how to mix the proper ratio with the epoxy and all that. And they kind of do all that for you. And then basically give you the stuff for your board, and you put it on and then do color if you want or not color. So it was good, like kind of beginner to kind of learn how to do it. But yeah, it was fun. My mom signed us up for it.
That's awesome. Do you think it's going to be a hobby that you're going to take on over the winter?
I don't know. We'll see. I
set up a little workshop, man. That'd be sweet.
Yeah, it was fun. It was like I just know like there's a lot more to it, which you got to get the wood, then you got to do all that. I don't know. I was kind of hopeful. I was kind of hoping my dad would. I think he enjoyed it. I was hoping he would like it as a hobby, because he's really good at doing like he gutted our cottage and like redid it all, and he's a very handy guy. But really, a lot of the stuff he really does is just like whenever things need to get fixed up around the house, or my mom wants a shelf built or whatever. So it'd be nice for him to do something that's kind of for himself. And so I was hoping he'd kind of take to it. And I think he did like it. And actually my boss too, he does a lot of woodwork. He does like charcuterie boards, and he's got a sick little workshop with all sorts of stuff there. So my dad went over and checked it out. And so he's invited us over anytime we want to kind of go do it over there too. So awesome. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
Pretty cool, man.
It's yeah, so everyone wants to buy it. Proceeds. We'll make sure the proceeds won't go to me. The proceeds will go to a good cause, some kind of mental health or addiction help, or something.
I like that.
Yeah. My guess is we're gonna get 0 bids for it, but you never know.
I'd buy it.
Yeah.
No heartbeat, buddy.
Yeah. So.
All right, man. Anything else you want to shoot the shit about?
I've got a couple of little topics here, but I know we're going to be talking. We're going to be talking. We're at Lethbridge. We're going to do a couple things, so maybe I can save those a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, guys, we got some cool things in the works. I don't want to tell you to get too excited, but be pretty excited. You'll get to see me and Dave doing our thing together, and it'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. Oh, also, I screwed up a little bit with the editing in Dr. Stacy's video, but it's already ready to go. So there's about 40 seconds where it doesn't. So we'll see if you guys can pick out where it is. You watch the whole video and see.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks everyone for their continued support, and give us a little 5-star rating if you're on Spotify. Give us a thumbs up on YouTube.
Yeah.
And make sure you like and subscribe to us on social media. Thank you guys so much for listening.